So hello guys, today we are launching interest rate derivatives mock test की ई बुक। ठीक है, तो पहले मैं आपको डेमो दे देता हूँ कि भाई मॉक टेस्ट में क्या क्या रहेगा। ठीक है, तो ये है एनआईएसएम सीरीज 4 की इंटरेस्ट रेट डेरिवेटिव्स की मॉक टेस्ट। टोटल 400 एमसीक्यूज रहेंगे, 8 मॉक टेस्ट रहेंगी। ठीक है, 100% क्वेश्चंस विद डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशंस। आपको किधर भी इतना डिटेल में नहीं मिला होगा। ठीक है, मैं हूं धवल विसरिया, एनआईएसएम सर्टिफाइड एंड एमपी रजिस्टर्ड म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर। ठीक है, तो आपको जेन्यून सब मिलेगा इधर। ठीक है, तो ये है सारा डिस्क्लेमर और क्या क्या मिलेगा इसमें। और टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट टोटल 8 है, उसमें से 1 to 5 30 एमसीक्यूज होंगे, बाद में दो 70 75 एंड लास्ट में मेगा मॉक टेस्ट जिसमें आपको 100 एमसीक्यूज मिल जाएंगे। ठीक है, तो ये है मॉक टेस्ट नंबर 1। ये है क्वेश्चंस, बढ़िया सा एक्सप्लेनेशंस एंड आंसर। ठीक है, बाद में कोई मैथमेटिकल होगा, बढ़िया सा एक्सप्लेनेशंस, आपको कुछ भी दिक्कत नहीं होगी। ठीक है, अगर दिक्कत होगी तो मैंने एक्सप्लेनेशंस भी यूट्यूब पे सारे अच्छे से दिए हुए हैं। ठीक है, ये पूरी की पूरी मॉक टेस्ट है, दिखा देता हूँ लास्ट तक। ठीक है, ये भी डिस्क्लोजर ही है लास्ट में। कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, आपने अच्छे से एमसीक्यूज किए हैं। ठीक है, ये अप टू 100 एमसीक्यूज है। ठीक है, वो भी दिखा देता हूँ। ये देखो, ये है लास्ट एक मॉक टेस्ट नंबर 8। ठीक है, एक्सप्लेनेशंस बढ़िया से सब में है, जो आपको एक बार पढ़ने में ही पता चल जाएगा। ठीक है, एंड अगर आपको कुछ भी और डाउट हो तो एनआईएसएम 4 का मैंने यूट्यूब में भी अच्छे से एक्सप्लेनेशंस दिया हुआ है। ठीक है, इंटरेस्ट डेरिवेटिव्स की मॉक टेस्ट थोड़ी बहुत अपलोड की हुई है। ठीक है, और अगर आपको एनआईएसएम 13 14 और 15 16 8 5A सारी चाहिए तो ये भी अपलोडेड है अपन की यूट्यूब चैनल में, अपोलो फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में। ठीक है, और आज ही हमारे 100 सब्सक्राइबर्स भी हुए। ठीक है, सो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस लिख डालना कमेंट सेक्शन में। एंड आप मेरी टेलीग्राम चैनल में भी ज्वाइन हो जाना। ठीक है, सारी लिंक्स डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दी हुई है। ठीक है, इधर चैट बोर्ड भी है, और इधर अपन सारी अपडेट्स जो भी आती है वो भी अपडेट करते रहते हैं। ठीक है, इसमें भी 111 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो चुके हैं। उसके अलावा NISM 8 की ई बुक है, बहुत बढ़िया अच्छे से एक्सप्लेनेशन वाली। NISM 1 की भी ई बुक है, NISM 15 की भी ई बुक है, जिसमें आपको 10+ डिटेल केस स्टडीज मिल जाएगी, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर ये आप करके जाओगे तो आप 110% पास हो जाओगे। और NISM 16 की भी ई बुक है। ठीक है, तो ये सब लेने के लिए आप मेरे को ईमेल कर देना, वरना टेलीग्राम पे ज्वाइन हो जाना। ठीक है, उधर भी मेरे को कांटेक्ट कर देना, वरना लिंक्डइन पे कांटेक्ट कर देना। ठीक है, मैं आपको मेरी ईमेल आईडी डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूंगा। आप मेरी ईमेल आईडी से कांटेक्ट करके मेरे को मैसेज करना, ईमेल कर देना कि भाई हमको आपकी ई बुक चाहिए। सो ई बुक की प्राइस है ओनली ₹9। ठीक है, कोई भी ई बुक लो, ओनली ₹9। ठीक है, सो या इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरीज रिगार्डिंग दिस, फ्री टू कांटेक्ट मी। आई एम धवल विसरिया, साइनिंग ऑफ। सो या, आई एम धवल विसरिया। I am developer by profession and a mutual fund distributor by passion. If you have any queries regarding mutual funds, then you are always welcome. Okay. So yeah, we are going to cover 400 MCQs. Okay. And this is part one. Total 8 parts will come: 30, 30, 30, 75, 75, and last will be 100. Okay. So make sure if you are planning to give exam, then you just see these MCQs, then go to exam. I am sure from this MCQ list, 80% will come and you gonna pass the exam. Okay, so yeah, we'll start. As per the rules, what are the allowed maturity duration of GOI bonds that can be the basis of exchange traded cash settle interest rate futures? So answer will be 6, 10, and 13. Always 6, 10, and 13 will come. Okay. According to the ICEI, derivative used to hedge recognized assets or liabilities must be classified as current or non-current based on classification of hedge. Select the derivative from the option below that is solely traded in the over the counter over the options to just both options. No, forward and swaps will be come if question in options were there. Okay. Mr. Suryavanshi purchased a bond of 130.5 and buys a put option of 130.50 for a premium of 0.20. Calculate net payoff if bond price is 138 expiry. तो पहले अपन माइनस कर देंगे 130 माइनस 130.50 इट विल बिकम 0.50 net payout will be 130.50 minus 130 equals to 0.50. So yeah, net profit total payoff will be minus 2.0.20. Okay. A major economic function performed by derivative is all price discovery, speculation, and management of risk. Who regulates the interest rate derivative in India? SEBI and RBI both. If an FPI holds derivative position for a period less than 12 months, then gain and loss categorized as short-term capital gain or loss. Mr. Sunny buys a call and sells a call of dash. What will be the net profit and loss if the expiry is 39? So what will be the net premium? First 0.60 minus 0.20 will be 0.40. At the 39.50, both calls were worthless. Okay, so net payoff will be zero. So we get only profit, which is net premium received, is equals to 0.40. In India, what quantity of bond future face value is valid, tradable multiple or 10 lakhs? It will be always 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, only even numbers. If you predict 3 month interest rates will increase in 1 month time, what is the best action? Sell the contract that expires in 1 month or an underlying assets whose price is sensitivity to 3 months interest rates. When volatility is measured based on price closing price, it is referred to as historical volatility. Mr. Guru buys a bond of rupees 54.50 and sells 55 call for a point 10. Net payoff if a bond is 550 at expiry. So basically bond gained 1 rupees and short call loss equals to 0.50. What is the net is 0.60. 1 minus zero point 0.5 plus zero point 0.10. Okay, which is zero point 0.10, which is premium, which we get because we have sold the call. In the clearing corporation, clearing is carried out by a process called multilateral. Usually, income from exchange traded derivative is treated as business income. Loss on the derivative transaction can be set off against any income except salary income. Dash take position in interest rate derivative to reduce interest rate risk is hedgers. The concept of accrued interest applies to which of the following? A coupon bond. Interoperability of clearing corporation framework is allowed for all except commodity. An investor can open calls one guild account. Yes, true. The major economic role of derivative is risk management. True. Depository for government security is the public debt office. The yes, the price of a bond is 100 rupees is 105. Coupon rate is 9. What is the current yield? So yeah, current yield equals to annual coupon upon price into 100. 9 upon 150 is 0.0857 multiplied by 100 is equal to 8.57. Portfolio of 10 lakh. The ITM falls by 0.01. Modified duration is 5.80. Calculate net value. So it's a formula. Change equals to value into MD into change in yield. 1 lakh into 5.8 into 0.0001 equals to 580. So we have to add 580 into 1 lakh. The conversion factor in physical settlement of bond future will be different for different derivable bonds. The price quotation for government bond future is price per 100 face value. Dash have to compulsory hold government securities in demat form. All RBI controlled entities. Converting a floating rate loans into a fixed rate loan is hedging. Dash is a debt security which has no cash flow until maturity. Zero coupon bond. Price of 10-year bond future is 113. Contract size is 2000 unit. What is will be the market unit? 113 by 100 into 2000 into 100 equals to 1.13 into 2 lakh equals to 226 triple zero. You understand what happened? What will be the market price? It's basically price upon 100 into face value. What will be the face value? It is 2000 units. That means 2000 into 100. Okay. which is the most liquid tenure in money market? 1 month. So yeah, we have completed the first mock test. We are going to cover total 8 mock test. Okay. And if you pass the exam, make sure you gonna comment in the video. Also, you personally message me that I get certificate using your MCQ test series. Okay. So yeah, bye. And yes, if you have any thing in mutual fund industry, you are free will to contact me. Okay, bye. So yeah, I am back with the NISM test series for mock test number 2. So yeah, we are going to cover next 30 MCQs of this. So yeah, I am Dhaval Visaria, a developer and a mutual fund distributor. If you have any queries regarding mutual funds, free feel to ask me. Okay. So yeah, we are going to cover next 30 MCQs. What is the net payoff if the rupees for Mrs. Samita, which was purchased a rupees 21.50 strike call option at rupees 0.20 if the underlying bond price closes at 21.70 on the expiry date? So it would be zero. The effect of reinvestment risk on the bond is slow and over the period of time. Reinvestment risk means जब भी इंटरेस्ट रेट कम हो जाता है तभी फॉर एग्जांपल अपन ने एफडी डाल लिया बरोबर एट 7 और 8% इंटरेस्ट पे कुछ साल बाद इंटरेस्ट रेट कम हो जाता है तो अपन को 6 और 5% में एफडी मिलती है उसे ही अपन बोलते हैं स्लो एंड ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम the key variable affecting on option prices are all of the above. Identify the correct statement for clearing bank account. All payments to and from the clearing corporation must be processed through this account only. Mrs. Ayushi take two position, buying a call option and buying a put option. Okay. Determine her net profit or loss if the underlying asset price at rupees 149.50. It also would be zero. Which of the following must be specified when submitting a trade order it to be executed? All of the above. You can check all three. A shift where interest rate across all maturities change by the same amount in the same direction is known as a parallel shift. According to the security contracts rules 1957, what is the minimum age for an individual to become a trading member? 21. To establish a calendar spread in the future market, two simultaneous trades are executed with which features? None of the above. Identify which of these can be considered as a derivative. All of the above. Sara derivatives here. Which is the most significant risk to which banks are exposed? Interest rate risk, which is the biases for the final price at which a treasury bill future contract is settled. The price is linked to the auction price of treasury bills. A dash order is classified as a price-related condition. Market execution of power of attorney by the client in favor of stockbroker is optional. Loss on derivative transaction carried out in recognized stock exchange can be carried forward for a period of dash assessment years. It's 8. Limitation of interest rate derivative for hedger is mainly due to both of the above. You can check standardized contract and non-availability of all kind of underlying instruments. If you expect the interest rate will go up in future, today you should sell GOI bonds. Insurance companies are allowed to participate in interest rate futures only for long hedge. If the price of a government bonds future is 111.75, what will be the market price of one contract? So it will become price upon 100 into face value. So it becomes 223500. Repo transaction means borrowing money and lending money. Which among of the following companies are eligible to open constituent subsidiary general ledger account of the above? On which day does Government of India conduct the auction for treasury bills? Wednesday. The derivative traded in the exchange market is are both one and above. Assume two bonds are issued by an issuer which have same maturity but different coupons. Which bond should an investor buy? Bonds cannot be judged based on the prices. Assume that the regulator has stipulated a minimum margin of 200. The clearing corporation can change it to 200. When securities are delivered short, the auction is considered on settlement date. For the open position on the last trading day, the seller must notify the clearing corporation his intention to deliver by the close of last trading day. or from the option given, which is the most liquid tenure in the money market? It's 1 month. So yeah, we have completed the mock test too. If you have any queries, you can message me anywhere, anytime. Okay. So yeah, we are going to go next session very soon. Okay, bye. So yeah, I am Dol Visaria, a developer and a mutual fund distributor. So we will go to the next test series 4.3. Okay. What does a normal shape of a term structure indicates? It indicates that the rate rise with the term. One way to calculate the real rate is by nominal interest rate less inflation. What is the minimum percentage of minimum required purpose that the stock exchange must contribute to the core SGF? It's 25. The impact of time decay on an option price is measured by theta. To extent to which an option is in the money is known as intrinsic value. If someone pays to borrow money later and explicit interest rates to go up, what hedging strategy can he or she employ? Sell GOI bonds future. The contract value is dash when an investor purchases 10 lots of single bond futures at 99. So yeah, you multiply 2000 into 10 lots into 99, you will get 19.880. Just a second. For a long-term interest rate speculation or hedging with a long-term outlook, which instrument should be used? A 10-year government bond future. The time frame for all entities to resolve investor complaints received via Scorish Desk calendar day is 21. What additional details is required to convert an interest rate into a specific interest amount? Day count basis. Presumptive taxation under 4480 digital check dash percent and cash portion 6 and 8. How can a person holding a fixed income security hedge his position by selling GOI bond futures? What which of the following is interest rate derivatives? All of the above. Fund created for legitimate investment claims of defaulting members client. Investor protection fund. Which of the following has a higher rate risk? Bond rated BBB. If long-term rate is 10% and short-term rate is 8%, the shape is normal to positive. Regulation of interest rate derivative is similar to that currency derivatives. Maximum exposure level allowed for all market members investor is position limit. Last trading day for T-bills future is last Thursday of the month. It's false. The size of the settlement risk is equal to the traded value. Treasury bill auction is conducted on just a second. It's Wednesday. Fair value is taken to P&L including hedging transaction is false. Hedged in the bond price is dash. Effect on reinvestment is instant slow over a period of time. Difference between long short rate rise widen. Term structure is steeping. Which interest rate affects treasury bill price? Short term rates fixed income security market consist of both 1 and 2. 3 upon 360 count interest rate for the Feb 28 to March is only 1. You can check the explanation or a logic. The contract level minimum margin is same for all the days of a contract. Calendar spread consists of none of the above. You can check which of the following is true about the conversation character. Uh, Good and practical approximate for adjustment. Okay. So yeah, we have covered all 30 MCQs for 4.3 and total we have 4.8, total 8 test series. Okay. So yeah, if you have any doubts, do comment or do personal message any platform. Okay, and the platform link will be there. Yeah, LinkedIn, Telegram, YouTube, GitHub, Medium, and also email address. Okay, so yeah, check the description also. Bye. So yeah, you know me. I'm Dol Visaria, a developer by profession and a mutual fund distributor. So yeah, we are going to start mock test 4.4 interest rate derivatives. Fourth mock test. Okay, we are going to go to next 30 MCQs. What is the net financial outcome for a trader who bought a 300.25 call at a premium of zero point 0.2 premium and a 299.75 put at 0.15 premium when the underlying price closed at 299.4? Okay, so what will be the net payout? Zero. You can check the logic. Okay. Name of the document that provides crucial information about the risk of trading in equities and derivative on stock exchange. It's a risk disclosure document. Evaluate net profit for long call 125.5, long call 126.5, and two short calls 126. If underlying bond settles at 127, it will be minus zero point 0.2. Okay. Mr. X sold the 40.5 strike put for rupees 0.35. The bond price is 40.5 at expiry. Net payoff will be 0.35. At the money option expire worthless, the seller keeps the entire premium. Delivery losses on the recognized exchange can be offset against all except salary income. Last trading day for cash settlement bond future is last Thursday. Where can interest rate derivative contracts be traded? All the above. Contracts value change for every 100 ticks movement is 100 into 0.005. The one tick size will be 0.0025 tick size. The lot size is 2000, so it becomes 500. What does basis risk arises? Both of the above. Standard expiry date and standard contract amount. Option time value stays proportional to its time until expiry directly. Long position at rupees 58, underlying settles at 56 at expiry, results loss of 2 rupees. Last trading day for the Treasury bill futures contract will be last Wednesday of expiry month. Position limits guidelines for ETIRD is provided by CAB. Settlement method for 91-day bill future is cash. For trading day for cash settle 10 years bond futures last Thursday. A credit spread is the price of credit risk. Investor can give prevalence against all of the above. किसी के भी खिलाफ कंप्लेंट कर सकते हैं. Underlying a theoretical bond, not physical, is a notional bond future who can notify the CC of the notice intent to deliver future sellers. Choice for hedging long-term interest rates. Government bond future with long expiry date. Implication of inverted shape of term structure. Rate rises first and then fall with the term. Contract amount for government bond future is 1 lakh crore falls. Basically, it's false. It will be multiple of 2 lakhs. Okay, just a second. Okay, yeah. Market categorization by time will be money market and bond market. I have added the option, but by default it has been removed by some circumstances. So yeah, you can just check this is answer. Seller delivery rules for entire obligation is different derivable bonds, but in the multiple of contract amounts. Yield curve spread risk arise when the shift is both 1 and 2. Contracts amount of T-bills and government bond future is 2 lakhs for face value of both. Conversion factor for same irrevocable bonds across method is different for different delivery ones. Notice of intent to deliver is given by the seller. Coupon isn't a true return measure because it ignores both 1 and 2. Which face value can be bought or sold for government bond or futures? It's a 6 lakh, as it is a multiple of 2 lakhs. Okay. So yeah, we have covered NISM series 4.4, fourth mock test. Total we have 8. So yeah, see you soon. And if you have any doubts, contact me via this. Okay. Bye. Have a great day. All the best for the exam. So yeah, let's start the 4.5 next test series. So yeah, I'm the Sharia, developer by profession and a mutual fund distributor. If you have any doubts or queries regarding mutual funds, you can contact me. Okay. Yeah. According to the current accounting regulation, which of the following is a correct statement regarding the treatment of derivatives? Current accounting statements standards require the recognition of all the derivatives contracts on the balance sheet. Which of the following can be done only by a trading member? Execution of trades. When a stockbroker's collateral utilized reaches dash 90%, cancelled हो जाते हैं बाद में. Which is a feature of contract level minimum margin? It will be different for treasury bills. Which entity act as a guarantor for transaction in the exchange traded derivative market? None of the above. कोई भी guarantor थोड़ी होता है. Investor choice between two bonds with the same maturity but different coupons cannot be taken based on the price. Okay, which instrument involves periodic principal repayment prior to the final maturity? Triggered maturities. How is the premium settled for exchange traded interest rate option contracts? It's a cash settle. Payment made by the option buyer to secure rights. Premium. Client option to submit a trade order. इसे सिर्फ भी अपन ट्रेड ऑर्डर दे सकते हो all of the above. Do GOA treasury bills pay a coupon? Yes, zero coupon instrument. Effect of volatility increase on put option. Price will increase. Short 100 expiry one. What will be the outcome? Make a loss of 1 rupee. Option is test. If exercise result is negative cash flow, will be out of the money. This deduction measure collateral threshold will be 90%. Recognized type of hedging for accounting is cash flow hedge, fair value hedge, and foreign operation and investment. Risk arising from a denial of matched orders by client is operational. Contract value for 20 lots of single bond future is 97. I think yes, yeah, 97 by 100 into 2000 or 2 lakh face value equals to 38 lakh 80,000. Yes, this price is 500 and range is 2%. Opening price range is this one, both 1 and 2. Failure to notify intent to deliver cause option called buy in, true or false. Yeah, it's true. Price of a derivative is basically determined by its underlying yield. Account debits require authorization and sell off doesn't apply. True. Quantity freeze is a limit on trade size of false. Zero coupon bond maturity duration will be equal and prior to maturity. The underlying for the interest rate futures is on. This is traded both in OTC and exchange market. None of the above. Short-term interest rate is predominantly determined by inflation. True or false? It's false. Spend margining is applied between both 1 and 2. This one. Who maintains CSGL account with the Public Debt Office? SCB and primary dealers. What is the meaning of market risk? Risk due to uncertainty of future profit or loss. To price change. Uncertainty due to price change. Okay. So yeah, we have covered the fifth test series, and now 75, 75, and 100 MCQs are remaining. Total 400 will be there. I am telling, if you are going to give exam, then please refer this one time. I am sure that the all the MCQs will come 80% from here only. So yeah, if you have any doubts, contact me, and thank you for listening me. Bye. So yeah, I am Dal Visaria, and you know we are covering the mock test 4.6, NISM 4, and we are covering the mock test number 6. So we in this there are two parts, 1 to 35 and 35 to 75. Okay. So yeah, let's start. If you have any doubts, do contact me. I am Dal Visaria, a developer by profession and the mutual fund distributor by passion. If you have any doubts regarding mutual funds, you can contact me. Okay. So yeah. When using a bullish vertical spread with a call option, the trader will typically buy a call with a lower strike price and a sell call with a high strike price. Okay? For interest rate derivative transaction executed on Indian exchange, stamp duty is levied on the buyer. How the future contracts on 91-day treasury bill settle? By cash. Assuming a base price of 100 and a 1% trading range, what will be the permissible opening price for the day? It will be 99 and 100. 101. Okay, plus 1 minus 1. What term describe a trade that decreases a client existing open position in a contract? Closing position. With respect to investment, what does diversification mean? Diversification is minimizing the market risk. Which of the following constitute a three quarterly month for the determination of expiry of a single GOI bond futures? It's March. On what basis are treasury bill futures contracts quoted? 100 minus discount yield. An interbond spread in future involves two trades with these features. On different market side, different underlying same expiry month. What is the primary factor that determines the priority of an order in the order matching process? It's a best price. How is the price of a bond future contract calculated? Cash price plus financing cost minus income on cash position. Uh, a buy or a sell order which is or are lying unmatched in the order book are known as passive order. Which of the following derivatives have the largest market size globally? Interest rate derivatives. A dash is a where a trader buys a particular month contract and sells the same contract on different months. It's called as calendar spread. Hedging for multiple bonds in a portfolio can be done by using duration bond hedge ratios. Which of the following accounting standard of ICEI defines the accounting for derivatives? AS30. The price which option buyer pays to option seller to acquire the right is known as premium. When the term structure curve shift in clockwise direction, the shift is flattening. The dash has the highest notional amount outstanding in the world derivative markets OTC. For a 6-year cash settle IRF, the underlying shall be a coupon bearing GOI security of FP of 100 and the residual maturity between 4 and 8 years only. It's false. What is the maturity of underlying for a treasury bill futures in India? It's 91-day bill, but none of the above. The economic role of derivative is risk management. Which date is the expiry in the interest rate future contracts? The last date interest rate future contract. Last trading day. If the shape of the term structure is normal, it implies the none of the above. The contract amount for government bond is 2 lakh. All the contract will be multiple of 2 lakhs. Which of these risk is the most served for bank and financial instrument? Interest rate risk. True return can be calculated in advance for zero coupon bond. In a gilt account, authorized is required for every debit and right to sell cannot be applied. Previous 3 months equals to 8, 1 year equals to 8.8, current 3 months equals to 8.8. What is shift called? It's a flattening. ऊपर नीचे ही हो रहा है flattening. PDO is the depository for government securities only. Accrued interest is paid by buyer to seller. Sorry. A professional clearing member can execute trades for none of the above. Long and short position can be offset at dash proprietary trades, trading member level only. When the long-term rates rises more as compared to short-term trades, the shift structure is steepening. A dash measures the price risk in a bond. Yes, both one and two. Price value on the basis point and calculated duration. Among the below given options, interest rates will be highest for BB because risk is also higher. A trading member has two clients, A and B. What is the net position for trading member? Because we are dealing in the interest rates, we have to cover both in a different way, 12 and a 10. If we are in the derivative, we can minus 12 minus 10, but as we are in the derivatives, interest rate derivatives, we have to separate, we have to use it separately. Which of the following underlying the highest size of understanding derivatives globally? Interest rates. Which risk is mitigated by the delivery versus payment mode of settlement? Settlement risk. Which among the following option is derivative? All of the above. The initial margin contract level minimum margin will be different for treasury bills or government bonds. Dash are traded in exchange market. Yes, future and options. Dash in a derivative index, future and index option. Dash value the derivative in the market sheet. Is it fair value? Which is it a current to market value? Where is the trade guarantee in which of the following trades? Exchange trades. A trader expect the 3 month interest rate to fall in a 1 month. What should he do today? Buy contract expiring in 1 month, underlying sensitive 3 month rate. When the term structure curve shift in anti-clock direction, the shift is deepening. Assume 3 month rate is 5.5. Okay. So answer is 8.5. What is the number? Uh, Yield curve. Normal means it will be grow increase. Okay. So 6.5 is lower. 7 is here as it is. 8.5 will be the answer maybe, and 4 is low. So maybe will be the answer. Okay. Who issue the certificate of deposit banks? Who frames the operational procedures for trading and settlements? IDR, Exchange and Clearing Corporation. What are the number of maximum contracts available for trading in government bond futures? It's 6. The last trading day for Treasury bills futures contract is last Wednesday of contract month. An action which does not result in any profit or loss in future is known as hedging. The risk which is faced by the highest number of market participants is interest rate risk. Forward and on interest rate is called None of the above. Dash is a part of that or that market. None of the above. You can check it. Who conducts the settlement of trade on exchange traded derivatives? The clearing corporation. The underlying form on derivative should be a specific instrument issued by a specific borrower. The clearing account is used exclusively for making and receive payment with clearing corporation. Amount the price of 100 rupees YTM 8% modified duration 4%. If YTM changes by 2%, bond will change by 100 into 4 into 2% will be 8. Okay, we have to memorize this calculation. What will be the shape of the term structure if difference between long term and short term rate is zero? It's flat. A person interested in speculating hedging long term interest rates should choose government bond futures. Margin for outright future trades will be dash compared to calendar spreads. It will be higher. A trading member of the exchange can do which of the following execution of trade. A CSGL account can be opened by yes, both A and B. Change in the value of one government bond future contract if the price changes by 100 ticks. It will be 500. You can check the logic. In India, exchange traded derivative first started with futures. Interest rate derivative is best described as you can check none of the above. To convert interest rate into interest amount, we need yes both one and two compounding frequency and day count method for the fraction. Underlying the short-term interest rate derivatives is short-term tenure rate in the short run. Yield to maturity is not completely satisfactory measure because yeah, flat structure and YTM itself. So yeah, we have covered total 75 MCQs in this, and yes, two mock test is also remaining. This is 6, and we have 7 and 8, which has 75 and 80 MCQ. If you have any doubts, do contact me. And yeah, if you need any type of guidance regarding mutual funds and all, yeah, contact me. Okay, thank you. So yeah, today we will cover NISM 4 interest rate derivatives mock test part 7. So you already know me. I'm Vishal, developer and mutual fund distributor. If you have any doubts regarding any mutual funds, you can contact me. Okay. Yeah, we are going to start. In this mock test, there are 75 MCQs. So yeah, if you have any doubts regarding these 75 MCQs, then contact me in any social media and there. Okay. So no worries. The purpose of a stop loss sell order is to limit losses in the price move. The purpose of a stop loss sell order is to limit losses if the price move downward. Okay. Which of the following statement correctly describes position limit? Position limit is the maximum exposure level for market trading members and clients. Okay. What is the key distinguish factor between interest rate option trader over the counter and those who traded on the exchange? Both of the above. Okay. Customized contract and bilateral trading. Under what condition would a put option buyer choose to execute the right? The current price of asset is less than the specific strike price. Okay. What are the implications of having a housing loan with a fixed interest rate? Which of the following is correct? There is no exposure to interest rate risk. कभी भी ऊपर नीचे होएगा तो अपन को तो फिक्स्ड इंटरेस्ट रेट पे ही है तो अपन को कुछ वांधा नहीं आएगा. The expiry date for exchange traded interest rate option is last Thursday of the month. Which of the following types of claimants are eligible to receive compensation for the investor protection fund, the clients of stockbroker? The contract amount that is market lot for treasury is always 2 lakhs, multiple of 2 lakhs. If you have seen previous mock test, then you know this question is repeatedly asked many times. Okay. When buying or selling government bonds, future which of the following quantity or face value can be treated all of the above 2, 8, 16, multiple of 2. Which of the following option presents a true description? Both statement A and B, okay? You can check it. The clearing corporation in India function as a dash for exchange traded interest rate derivatives, providing a trade guarantee by becoming a party to each transaction, a central counterparty. According to the Security Contracts Regulation Act (SCRA), which of the options below is excluded from the definition of securities? Unit link insurance policy. RBI guidelines on rupee interest rate derivatives. Direction 2019 permit to participate in interest rate derivative contracts. Yes, all of the above. Daily mark to market settlement of exchange traded interest rate futures contract is yes, cash settled. Which of the following is the role of derivatives? Risk management. In bullish vertical spread using put strategy, trader yes, buy put option with a low strike price and sell a put option with a higher strike price. The difference between option premium and intrinsic value is it always a time value. If the coupon of the bond increases, its modification duration will dash or decreases. Mr. X has done the following features traded in a day: a 6 long position and 9 short position. So 6 minus 9 equals to minus 6, so minus 3 short contracts. Okay, where there is a short delivery of the settlement, there the shortest is auction on the same day, and this is called auction in. False. It's not auction in, it's a buy in. Dash bonds, the issuer can prematurely redeem the bond. It's callable bond. कॉलेबल बॉन्ड में इश्यूअर कर सकता है और पुटेबल में जिसने लिया है वो ऑपोजिट होगा. What will be the shape of term structure if the long term rate is 10 and short term rate is also 10? It's a flat. Normal shape of term structure means the rate of the same for the whole front of poles. Normal में ऊपर जाएगा धीमे धीमे 7 8 9 10 11 साल इंक्रीज होएगा इंटरेस्ट रेट इंक्रीज होएगा. There is no possibility of yield curve spread when the term structure shift is parallel. Dash are secured money market instrument, none of the above. Dash is a demat account for government securities which is maintained with the public debt office of RBI by the primary dealers for its own holding. Subsidiary general ledger. What is the underlying for 6 year cash at interest rate future contracts? It's notional. What shift in the term structure called if the long term minus short term rate moves from -2 to -1.5? It's steepening. Professional clearing member can settle trades which have been executed by other trading members. Dash maximum 6 months available for treasury bill. Future is 86 always 6. Okay. What is the use of quantity freeze? It's a check to ensure that the order entry is not anonymous. A trader expects the interest rate to happen in the short term, so he should use treasury bill future with short expiry date. Okay. Exchange traded interest rate derivatives are always settled in cash. When we trade, we assume risk. The quarterly month for the purpose of expiry of interest rate derivative is all about जून सितंबर एंड मार्च. तीन तीन महीने में देख लेना. जनवरी फरवरी मार्च, मार्च में होगा अप्रैल में जून, जून में होगा, ऐसे करके तीन क्वार्टरली होता है. ठीक है. We have completed 35, so in second block is 36 to 70. Okay, all the links are in the descriptions. If you can't find the link in the description, you can join my telegram group. Okay. Yeah, 36. Buy in appliance for failure to notify the intent to deliver. Short deliver. Buy in appliance for short deliver securities on the settlement day. Okay. Interest rate risk is also known as price risk. The government bond future price changes by 100 ticks. Therefore, the change in the value of one future contract will be 500. You can check the explanation. An action which may result in either profit or loss in the future is known as speculation. One of the standard 10 year in the money market is none of the above. You can check. Standard 10 year कौन होता है? Overnight, 1 week, 2 weeks, and 1 month and 1 year. Okay. In a callable bond, so the dash has a right to repay the bond at the specified day before maturity. Issue when the original period of borrowing or lending is more than a year, it is a bond market. As per the accounting standard for derivative in India, which of the following given option is true? The fair value will be taken to the profit and loss account. Expect the transaction qualifying as the hedge transaction. Guild account is none of the above. You can check. If you want, you can also read explanation. If the treasury bill future contract price changed by 500 ticks, the change in the value of one future contract is 2500. You can always multiply the thing with the 0.0025. You can get the answer. The permissible maturity for the underlying of treasury bill future in India are none of the above. It is 91, 182, and 364, but option is not there. The most consumer loan and the housing loans are structured as annuity, which order has a better chance of execution. A stop loss order or stop loss limit order. A stop loss order. Cash orders will be executed at a favorable price. Limit order. If you buy a zero coupon instrument issued by a sovereign gold bond, the sovereign government, and the hold it until maturity, which of the following risk you will face? None of the above. If the immediate or cancel order, both partial execution and non-execution portion will be cancelled. Dash are member of clearing corporation. Clearing members. If the rates long-term and short-terms move in the same direction by same extent, the term structure of rate shift is called parallel. The effect of reinvestment risk on a bond is over a period of time. Which what is the settlement method for a bond derivatives? Maybe physical or cash. Suppose the 3 month rate is 5.5, 1 year 7.5 and 10. It's a hump. ये एक बड़ा आ जाएगा जंप मार के नीचे आएगा वैसा स्पीड ब्रेकर टाइप a bond portfolio current market value is 100 CR and the portfolio modified duration is 6. If the yield to maturity falls by 1 basis point, that is 0.01%, calculate the market value of the portfolio after the change in YTM. It's 100.06 CR. Value at risk is a measure of maximum likely price change over both 1 and 2. If the seller fails to serve the notice of intent to deliver by the stipulated time, either the full open position or a part of it, the failed quantity will be taken into optional settlement. If the base price of a security for a trading day is 200 and the price range is 1%, the opening price for the trading day will be 198 to 202. If the SEBI regulation mention a partial expiry date for the future contracts of 1 year, then the exchange can list the future trade contracts with the farthest expiry date of less than 1 year. Other thing remaining constant, the modification duration will dash if the coupon payment frequency of the bond increases, duration will decrease. The yield curves predicts deal with the differential price change in different endings of interest rate. The basis risks refer to the obtained differential price change in dash both 1 and 2. Yield to maturity. YTM assumes that the term structure of zero rate is flat. Dash have to obtain a prior permission of RBI to short sell government bonds future. None of the above. The position limits are defined. None of the above. When the difference between long-term rate and short-term rate falls or narrows to positive or less from the negative to more negative, the shift in the term structure is called flattening. The last trading day for the 10-year bond future contract is last Thursday of contract expiry month or the previous trading day if it falls on any day. In India, the minimum and multiple amount of issue for T-bill is 2,500. Why there every future seller prefer to deliver cheapest to deliver bond? Because the conversion factor does not change during the delivery month. The deposit required by the exchange in which interest rate derivatives are traded with different from exchange and clearing corporation to clearing corporation. The size of counterparty characteristics is equal to replacement cost. Which of the correct sequence of product launches in the Indian exchange traded derivative market? First equity index options फर्स्ट फ्यूचर्स आए बाद में ऑप्शन आए बाद में सिंगल स्टॉक ऑप्शन if the 6 month rate is say 6 7 and 8.5 it's a normal. So yeah, we have completed the 75 MCQ from 4.7. It means 7 mock test. Okay, so yeah, next test series is ready. So yeah, if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Okay, I am MFA registered mutual fund distributor also, a software developer also. If you have any queries, then please contact me. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. All the best, guys. So yeah, I am Dal Visarya, and this is the last mock test of NISM 4. And yeah, there is 100 MCQ, and yeah, we are going to cover this also. So if you are going for exam, please refer all the test series of mine. So yeah, you get the maximum marks. So yeah, I am Dal Visarya, a developer by profession and a mutual fund distributor by passion. Okay. What action will be an arbitrage take in the reverse arbitrage strategy involving single bond interest rate future? Yes, sell the government bond of India in the underlying market and simultaneously purchase future contracts for the same GOI bond. Which of the following actions can a professional clearing member undertake? Clearing and settlement of trades. What is the underlying for the cash settle 6 years bond future as per the current regulation? It's an optional. Identify which of the following options is a measure that reflects the price risk inherent in a bond. Modified duration. Which of the following is describes the trades involved in the short strangle strategy? Simultaneously sells a call option with a different strike price, typically out of the money. Okay, identify the correct statement with respect to quantity freeze. Quantity freeze involves a limit on the total quantity during a day-by-day trading member. Which of the following instrument offers a return that can be accurately determined in advance? That is, for the which of the following investments is the real or external returns predictable forehead? It's a zero coupon bond. Which of the constituent and operational risk for a broker? Yeah, both of the above. Which SEBI regulations prescribe a code of conduct for security brokers? SEBI regulations. Just a second. If all other factors are held constant, an increase in the strike price leads to a dash in the call option premium. It's a decrease. A call option with a strike price lower than the spot price is considered in the money option. Which of the following entities provide support for the trade settlement to the clearing corporation? All of the above. What is the limit of net long position for foreign portfolio investors to collectively can transact in interest rate futures? It's 50 billion. How is the closing price for cash settled GUI bonds futures contract determined for a trading day? Is weighted average of all transaction prices for the contract in the last half hour of the trading day. The permissible price movement for overnight MIBOR future is dash plus or minus 5%. Subsequent to KYC, broker has uploaded the KYC information in dash system KRA. Participants buy a put option with a strike price of 98.50 at a premium of zero point 0.2. Expiry the bond price is rupees 98.5. What is the net payoff? Basically, it's a loss of zero point 0.2. You can check the explanation. It's very easy. And these type of questions are asked generally, so you have to take care about that. Okay, if you have any problem, then you can contact me or put the comment in the description. Okay, in the comment box. Arbitration is a dash judicial process. See, if the base rate of overnight MIBOR future is 5, then its operating range will be 0 0.25 and 4.7, 5.25 and 4.75. Okay, plus minus 5% होता है. The total number of derivative contracts outstanding is open interest. Open options buyer faces limited risk and option seller faces unlimited risk. Okay. In India, the last trading day and the expiry day are one of the same interest rate futures. Yes, it's true. H is the account between investor and time. It's a guild account. The fair value of derivatives in accounting standard is it in book value? Yes, false. Which of the following is interest rate risk? Both 1 and 2. Price risk and reinvestment risk. Okay. Among the following options, which is the most liquid 10-year in bond market? 10-year. This is risk arises mainly due to standardization of future contracts. Amongst the given below given option, who requires a prior permission from SEBI to short sell government bond futures? None of the above. If the bond is a zero coupon bond, there will be no reinvestment risk. True. Mr. Kiran is a non-resident and he sees a drop in interest rate in India. No. The highest risk a bank or a financial institution faces in that of currency risk falls. Which risk does the one face when the change in the price of spot treasury bill and treasury bill futures are not same? Is a basic risk. The member of exchange are called it's a trading member. When the original period of borrowing lending is less than 1 year, it is known as money market. A company issue two bonds having the same maturity but different coupon. An investor will close one bond over the other for investment because of yield to maturity difference. Which of the following is a risk-free security? None of the above. All these things have risk. Okay. The settlement guarantee for the exchange traded derivative is provided by clearing corporation days or quarterly month for the purpose of expiry of interest rate derivatives. None of the above. Investor can hold the government securities. Both yes, 1 and 2. Among the following option, which quantity of face value can multiple of 2, which is multiple of 2? It's 8. An investor can open only one guild account. Okay, you have to remember that day order is also known as good till day order. What is the term structure? Snapshot of rate at a point of time. Intercommunity spread consists of two trades with no, this is not the option, not this, so none of the above. When is the auction day conducted for the short delivery of securities? It's a settlement day. The seller must deliver dash in the physical settlement government bonds is a specific deliver bond. Each of the following is the settlement day of the 91-day bill future contract. Next working day following the next trading day. Delivery margin is collected on the day of intent. If the shape of the term structure is inverted, this means that rate rises first, then falls when the term. Which of the following is true with respect to the regulation on buying and selling of T-bill and T-bonds futures for the non-residents and foreign institutional investors? They cannot short sales. Okay, so this is 51. Half is completed. Which of the which is the risk you face in the prices of cash treasury bills and treasury bills futures are not the same basis risk. The Public Debt Office of the RBI maintain demand account of government securities for bank primary dealers and select financial institutions. The maturity of the underlying bonds on which the future contract is currently listed is it's a 10-year. If the interest rate falls within the period, the shape of the term structure will be it's inverted. Currently, the underlying for the interest rate derivatives in India is are both 1 and 2. Investor can hold their government securities in demat form in which of the following? You can check yield account and demat account. The settlement date for the interest rate derivative is the next business day after the trade date. Okay, one basic point is equals to 0.01%. A trader expect that interest rates go down in the near future. To profit from this, we should buy bond futures. A zero coupon bond issued by a corporate will have such which of the following risk? Yes, both 1 and 2 in India exchange traded derivatives were first started in which of the following? It's equity index. The derivative segment has exchange and the clearing corporation. These are two separate legal entities. You have bought a car by taking a vehicle on at a fixed interest. Which of the following is true in the case? You are not exposed to the interest rate raise. The contract months, that is expiring month for the treasury bills future in India, are both serial and quarterly months. The settlement system for treasury bill future is cash settlement. The effect of price risk on a bond is immediate. Amongst the following options, which one is true with respect to clearing accounts? It cannot be closed or shifted without the prior permission of the clearing corporation. Among the modification duration, the price value of basic point, which one is a better risk measure? One of them are similar but in the different context. The extreme loss margin is implemented by the clearing corporation if the bond price is 120 and the modified duration of a bond is 6 and the yield to maturity changes by 1%. It's 6%. The price of a bond is rupees 97. It has a coupon rate of 8.5. What is the current yield? 8.76. So when a stop loss buy order is entered, the trigger price has to be higher than current market offer price. Which of the following is correct measure of the realized return for a coupon bond? None of the above. What is the major economic role of the underlying markets? Financing. If the VAR 1 day 99 for a security is 17 rupees, the correct interpretation of 17 is there will loss over next day with 99 probability, but the loss will not be over 17. Current yield is the unsatisfactory measure of return because both 1 and 2 you can ignore the capital gain loss and the premium discount. Holding of government securities of investors are held in dash with the Public Debt Office of RBI, constituent subsidiary General Ledger. In India, the interest rate derivatives are regulated by joint RBI and SEBI. The price of derivatives is determined by the demand and supply factors falls. Considering global derivative markets, which of the following is bigger in size over the counter? When you are speculating the timing of change in interest rate yield, you should match the expiry date and tenure of the underlying price range is defined as specific percentage above and below the price range. A puttable bond can be redeemed before maturity at the option of investor. The price of 91-day treasury bill future is determined using underlying price along with the cost of carry and the forward rate, both of the above. Which of the following statement is correct regarding yield to maturity? Yes, it's both of the above. Which of the following serve as underlying for the money market interest rate future available on the stock exchange? FBIL overnight MIBOR. In security market transaction involve coupon bearing bonds accrued interest is paid by the buyer to the seller. How are future bond price calculated? Cash price plus financing cost minus income on cash position. Interest rates in the economy are influenced by which of the following factors? All of the above. If interest rates decline as the maturity tenure increase, the resulting shape of the term structure of interest rate is known as inverted. You can check all four. Okay, any of them come in exam. The shift in the term structure of interest rate means a change in interest rates over a period of time. In money market, government securities are issued through which type of auction conducted by Reserve Bank of India. Both of the above. Which of the purpose of expiry of cash settle single government of India bond? Which of the following represent three quarterly months? You have to check three months. Okay. It means January, February, March, April, June, July, August, September. But there is no three one gap. Okay. So none of the above. A rise in implied volatility is advantageous for which of the following option positive? It's both of the above. You can check buyer and buyer of put options. For what purpose are banks allowed to participate in exchange traded interest rate derivatives, hedging and trading for their own account, keeping all other variable unchanged? How does an increase in a bond maturity affect its modified duration? It increases. Which of the following correctly describe the Fixed Income and Money Market Derivative Association of India, a voluntary market body for a bond, money, and derivative markets? Which of the following statements are correct? Only A. In financial analysis, the internal rate of return is equivalent to which measure? Yield to maturity. Which of the following best describes the role of an exchange in the security market, facilitating trades between buyer and seller? So yeah, we have completed 100 MCQs and total 400 MCQ. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can contact me in these social media handles. Or if you have any doubts, you can also comment. You can do whatever which you want to do. And all the best, guys. I know you can complete. Okay. So yeah, bye. If you pass the exam, please contact me and tell me that we have used your MCQ list and pass the exam. Bye, guys. Have a nice day.